Hey guys, this is Mac again on behalf of Strongside Tactical. I just got home from the range and I had something happen out there today that I really wanted to pass on as a tactical tip today. So first of all, let me tell you what happened out there, and then I'm going to give you guys a tip about co-witnessing your sights. So I was out at the range today, actually recording some video that I'm going to be putting up on the Strongside Tactical YouTube page about the CMC trigger, and I was almost done, but about midway through my shooting session today, a couple came, a guy and a lady came in, and they, were a couple stations down from me. They started shooting, and I had noticed out of the corner of my eye they were shooting an AR. But I continued doing what I was doing because I was filming and I was kind of focused on what I was doing myself. But right as I was about to wrap up, I kept overhearing them having a conversation about not being able to hit the paper. The lady was looking through the binoculars and she kept saying, "I can't see it, I can't see it." And I started figuring out that they were trying to zero a new red dot sight, and they, I don't know, probably had shot 3 or 4 magazines of ammunition by the time I walked over to talk to them, and they had not once hit the paper. And they were shooting at least an 8 or 10 inch circle target at about 25 yards. And what I didn't realize in my head, because I know this concept so well, is what I was doing. I was actually zeroing my iron sights today also, and the concept of co-witnessing your sights with your backup sight and your red dot sight, I had automatically done in my head without even thinking about it today. But I realized that was something that I could go over and suggest to them that might help. So what I went over and talked to them about was this. I went over and introduced myself and just offered a suggestion. They had a set of backup sights on the rifle, and I asked them about the red dot sight they were trying to zero, and that was true. It was new. They couldn't get it sighted in. So I had them shoot through the iron sights, and it was absolutely zeroed in. They were able to hit pretty close to the center of the target at 25 yards. And then what I had them do was just center the red dot while looking through the backup sight, center the red dot on the very tip of the front sight post on the rifle. And that's not going to completely zero your red dot sight, but that's going to get you at least on your paper somewhere where you can then fine-tune your sight picture. So we went through the steps to do that, and they did that. And on the first shot, after the gentleman put his backup sight back down and looked through the red dot sight, he hit the target. So like I said, that was a concept that I was doing today, but in reverse order. My red dot sight I knew was zeroed for 100 yards, and I had added this new Troy rear battle sight on here, and I hadn't zeroed it yet because I had a chance to shoot it. So I flipped it up, and I centered the red dot on the tip of the front sight post in reverse order because I knew my red dot sight was zeroed in, and that way it got me close with my backup sight. And because this is such a tried and true method, and it really works, when the first time I shot through the backup sight at 25 yards, I already basically was where I wanted to be. And I think I might have moved my windage about 2 clicks, but otherwise it was almost perfect, just the way I said it. So the concept that I want to pass on to you guys is that when you're trying to coordinate the co-witness between a backup sight and a red dot sight, if one or the other is already zeroed for the distance that you want, then you can pretty closely approximate getting the other sight zeroed in without ever firing a shot by simply adjusting whichever sight you're adjusting and getting the red dot to be sitting right in the center and barely on the tip of your front sight post. And that way you don't waste a lot of ammunition. These poor people, I felt bad for them because they wasted probably 60 or 80 rounds and never once hit their target. So I want to save you ammo. Ammo's expensive, time's expensive. So I want to get you guys on target as fast as possible. Try this tip out if you're going to be going out to the range to try to zero a red dot or a set of backup sights. And I hope it saves you some time and money, because it has saved me time in the past, and the reason I knew this is because I've experienced it myself. So I was happy to pass that on to somebody who was a little less experienced than I was, and I'm glad that it helped them out. So thanks again, guys. Be sure to visit StrongsideTactical.com, where you can find this Troy battle sight that I added on here, as well as lots of other accessories and sights for your AR-15. See you next time, guys.